Welcome back. It's time for another Trinity video. We're getting you ready to meditate with us on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. This week we'll be meditating on the energy of birth. Starting something new is what birth's all about. And the technique that I've chosen for tonight will hopefully at some point protect you physically, but it also should give you a sense of what birth feels like, which is what we're really going for. We want to have a physical sensation to match with that energy that we're meditating on. Physical sensation of birth is ending one thing and starting a new thing. The big problem with birth that keeps most of us from really experiencing it is that we hang on to the old thing. We keep trying to keep the old situation that we have going while still longing for something new and exciting to crop up in our life. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get a true new birth when you continue to pump energy into the old thing that you had going. So we're going to show you the technique first, and then I'll talk a little bit about it. If you have a training partner and both of you have been vaccinated, you can do it without masks. But if you don't, you should put your mask on. Jen has been vaccinated, so we're going to come out here and do this without the masks. Hopefully you can hear me a little better. Let's step back just a bit. If somebody throws a punch at you, the first thing you do is that. You just put your hands up. It's just a natural instinct to kind of keep them at bay. Boom. And a lot of people do that. They have a problem and they'll stop it. They'll say, no, enough of that problem. But then they just continue to sit there in the same place dealing with the thing, hoping for something new, but staying right where they are, still having the same relationship with their problem as before. So to change that, we're going to do a very simple technique. It's called the windshield wiper. If somebody throws a punch, you're going to stop it, and then your other hand's going to come around and windshield wiper it out of the way. But you're going to need to make a step, because you've got to get off the spot that you're on. If you just stay locked in the same spot, you never have birth. So we're going to do this little move. It's a lot like when you meet somebody in the hallway and you're like, and then finally you just decisively go, I'm stepping this way. So we're going to do that. We're going to have like this step to the side, and it's going to coincide with stopping the incoming problem and then windshield wipering out of the way. So if I do that fast, Jen stops and windshield wipers, and look where she is now. Let's do it on the other side. It might be a little easier for people to see. Punch, windshield wiper. Now she's in a totally different relationship to me. She's created a new situation. I'm not still here in front of her throwing punches. I'm in this position, and she's totally out of my problem zone. It's created a much safer environment for her. She's started something new, but to do it, she had to stop what was happening, switch to a new track. So let's do it again real fast. It looks like this.
Oops. Oops.
1, 2, and then you're in a new place. Thank you, Jen. I'm going to ask you to bring this into your life very simply. You walk into a situation, you go, oh my God, my room's a mess. It's been this way forever. I've been telling myself that I'm going to do something different, but it hasn't changed. I want you to put your hand up and say, enough of that, time for something new. Enough of that, time for something new. You can do this with anything. Any situation where you feel stuck, where you've been perpetuating the same problem, living in the same pattern, whether it be money or relationship or your job or your family or just your relationship with your pet. Whatever it is, if you feel like you're in a rut and you want to birth something new, you're going to do this. Enough of that, time for something new. You got to have that step in there because you've got to move off the position you were in. Enough of that, time for something new. If you find that helpful, you should stay tuned for more Trinity videos.